Is Ventrac worth the money? I'm Bradley with Blue Cord, and we'll talk about that next. Is Ventrac worth the money? Well, I believe that it's worth every cent that Susie and I have spent on this equipment over the course of the last 15 years. It's largely because of the very unique capability and assortment of the different attachments that make the tractor itself worth the investment. So let's take a look. I don't like talking about money on the internet, but because Ventrac has been publishing the suggested retail price on their website for the last couple of years, I feel a lot better about talking about that sort of thing. So right now, the new 4520Z is close to $30,000. Now that is a lot of money. At face value, it seems like a lot of money. But let's take a look at what you get in return. Now, I've had a lot of people approach me and say, well, Bradley, I could buy another piece of equipment for half that amount of money. And as much as that is true, I take a look at the capability. What are you able to do with that piece of equipment? Then they come back, oh, well, I could do this and I could do that, the same as a Ventrac. I disagree. And here's why. I've had people approach me, the zero-turn owners in that community saying that they could mow the same 30-degree slope. You know what? You might be able to coax your machine up there. I don't doubt your ability with the finesse of the controls to be able to navigate a 30-degree slope. Now let's take a look at what that equipment is rated for. You show me a zero-turn that is rated for 30 degrees. And if you're able to coax it onto a slope like that, you are flirting with disaster. That's just the way of it. Now, Ventrac advertises a 30-degree slope rating in any direction, but with the dual wheel kit. And that is extremely stable in those conditions. Ventrac has a 35-degree test hill, not because their equipment's rated for 35 degrees, but because they want to ensure that no matter what circumstances arrive on 30 degrees, you're going to be safe on that equipment, and you are. The other element to this whole thing is the capability. For those of you that have been had the opportunity to be in my shop here personally and to see all the attachments firsthand, there's a lot of gawking going on. It's just a lot of wide-eyed. Some of the people that have been here for the first time, they just come in here and it is just Ventrac red, wall to wall, and they are just absolutely mesmerized by all of the equipment that we have in here for our Ventrac tractors. And again, I didn't buy all this stuff all at once, so I didn't have to remortgage my house and sell my left testicle to buy all this stuff. Susie and I have accumulated this equipment over the course of many years, and through a lot of very good business practice and ethics, we have a lot of very happy customers out there that are more than willing to spend money on the services that we provide with this equipment. Now, it doesn't mean that you buy a Ventrac and all of a sudden you are just the guru at doing what you do. You already have to be good at it, or a decent equipment operator, or someone who's able to take on a pretty good learning curve for some of the things that I use the equipment for. But it's the attachments that really make this investment worth the money. So I'm looking at potentially getting a replacement for Nellie here, and a new 4520 is going to cost quite a bit of money. In fact, you know, you equip that with the extra hydraulics and the auxiliary electric and the 3-point hitch and the dual wheel kit and the new canopy, which is really awesome, by the way. You're probably looking at a $40,000 machine. And that's very salty, and that is hard for a potential Ventrac customer or potential owner. That's tough to digest. That, man, you could get a lot of equipment for $40,000 if you're looking at other brands, but the capability isn't going to stretch nearly as far as with this equipment here. So for me, I like to have a single power head, or in this case, two of them. I love these tractors so much. But with a single power head, you could get multiple attachments and really take its value much further than you could with other more traditional equipment. That's the truth of it. So I'm not sure how much money I got sitting in here, but Susie and I have invested quite a bit, and I actually just rescheduled all of this equipment with our insurance company. We don't insure this for depreciated cost. We schedule these items so that way, even if my 2016 4500Z breaks or gets destroyed, something bad happens, it's not the depreciated value, it's what will it cost to replace this machine. And as it sits right now, with the extra stuff I have on there, probably looking about 40 grand. Plus all the custom stuff I've done, and there's really no way to quantify what that's worth. If something bad happens to Nellie, what's a 2005 4200 VXD worth today? Well, you can't buy them. They're not out there. You don't go to the used Ventrac store or some used car lot somewhere. This is a rare thing, and my insurance company understands that after I had a very informative discussion with them to let them know that you just don't go out and buy one of these used. So the cost of replacing Nellie here, I have that scheduled on the insurance. So that way, if something happens, I can buy a new machine. But the point is that for us here, what we do is worth every cent. So let's take a look around the shop here and see what all the attachments we have to give you an idea of the kind of investment that we have in this equipment and in this brand in which we have so much faith. So we have Nellie here, our 4200 VXD. This has a 27 horsepower Kawasaki V-twin liquid cooled engine. She has about 2,000 hours on her. And you can see we have the Aerovator with the optional Gandy seed box and the full-length roller. Under all the grass seed, we have our 72-inch finish cut mower with the 6-inch offset. Behind that, we have the broadcast spreader. Here we have the tough cut. Back here, we have the tiller. Here we have the stump grinder. That is a really cool little thing. For being so small, this stump grinder is pretty awesome. Then we have the original slip scoop. We have the sod cutter, the trencher, the power blower, power rake, the snow blower with the deep snow kit, the auger, which is really awesome because Ventrac hasn't made that in years. And to use that, you need the loader. So here we have the Versa loader. Over here we have the power bucket with the grapple. Super awesome. That is one fun attachment there. And then we have Gertrude, our 4500Z with the 32.5 horsepower inline 3-cylinder Kubota engine, 962 cc's. I love this tractor. Just absolutely incredible. We have a lot of options on here that really, some of these options nobody really uses. Just a really cool machine. I really love to use this thing. Just so much fun. Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? Gosh, I don't know. I think that's everything. But you get a good idea of the investment that we have here, but also the return is that we have a lot of capability using the same two tractors. We could do a lot of stuff that is really beyond the scope of other equipment brands. And we can go places that no other equipment can safely go, and we can do it without tearing up a customer's lawn. That's huge. I've had customers reach out to me, and once they have seen the videos on our website and here on our YouTube channel, their biggest fear was hiring a contractor to come in to do a stump grinding or any number of other aspects of the services we offer, and they were afraid that their lawn would get torn up. And once they saw what our equipment is able to do and the extreme light footprint, they asked us to come out as soon as we could. They would tell me, "Oh my gosh, get us on your schedule. We want to see this equipment." It really is. This is really the pinnacle of residential and golf course application. Now, if you do some side-by-side comparisons of cost and equipment, it gets very interesting. Each of you will have to do your own research because each of you will use the equipment in a different way. What I would say is that with Ventrac, there's a lot more possibility, and I don't know anyone out there that uses Ventrac equipment exclusively like we do. You have some other popular YouTube channels. You got Tractor Time with Tim. Tim's a great guy. You got GCI Turf Pete. You're a great guy. And you got Cameron with the Lawn Care Life in Missouri. All of them really great guys. We communicate back and forth. They do not use Ventrac exclusively. They have a Ventrac with a couple attachments, and they do some really great work with them. But our family business is really in a category all by itself with all the stuff that we have here in our shop and all of the different services that we provide using only Ventrac. So I suppose you could say if there's anyone that would be able to make a good presentation for the value of this equipment, it would be us here at Blue Cord. So yeah, I am not compensated by Ventrac in any way. Not 1 cent, not one thing have they sent to me for free. None of that. Up to this point, it has just been completely my opinion on this equipment. Ventrac gets it. They're very grateful for the feedback that I give them. They've made improvements to their machine based on my advice. And that means a lot to me. And I believe that, they understand the kind of seat time and the experience with the wide range of attachments that I have on this equipment. And when I come up with an idea or I have a suggestion for an improvement, Ventrac takes that very seriously, as well as they do with other Ventrac owners. They want to hear from the users of this equipment. They take that under advisement, and eventually they make changes to the equipment based on feedback from people like me. I have to allow it that there are a lot of questions out there from people like you, questions I can't even think of right now, so I can't possibly address everything. So at some point, I might even do a live presentation and try to answer some of the questions in the comments. But that being said, I would please urge you, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Take the time to leave a comment with a question or an idea. I want to hear from you. And if you're enjoying the videos on this channel, I would, again, please ask you to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel, and also make sure that notifications are turned on, and that way when we upload a new video, not only will you be the first to know, but you'll help other people find this great channel for Ventrac stuff. So I'll take the time to read and respond to every single comment, and so far I've been able to do that. I can only imagine if this channel continues to gain popularity, I might get to a point where it's going to be difficult to keep up with that sort of thing. But for now, absolutely. I want to hear from you. So let me know your thoughts. And I will see you all in the next video.